Most presenters believe that their presentation starts with the first words out of their mouth, and that's actually not true. So today's Tales from the Trenches was inspired by a comment I received earlier this week from a leader that was the host of a group of leaders I was training in St. Petersburg, Florida. So I handed her to my introduction. She read it. She's like, "Oh my gosh, I love this. I usually hate bios." So what was so powerful about my introduction? So let's just take a step back for a moment. Your presentation actually starts the moment your audience walks in the room. Okay. Now, the last Tales from the Trenches, I did an on-location shoot in Vegas where I showed you how ideally you want to set up the room. So check that episode out if you haven't. The next starting point is when you are introduced by your host. Okay. It's not when you open your mouth. But think about what happens. Most introductions are really boring bios. Either the speaker has, given the host the bio, or they haven't, and they're leaving it up to chance. And typically then what will happen is the host will go to your website and just print off your bio. And what do bios sound like? Welcome everybody. Today's speaker is Deirdre Van Nest. She's an international keynoter and trainer. She created the Crazy Good Talks blueprint. She used to be an occupational therapist. In third grade, she won the spelling bee. Blah, 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 right? Super boring. And at this point, your audience has checked out. They're on their phone, they're thinking about what's for dinner, and they're not paying attention to you. And now you've got to work doubly hard to get them back. So instead, make your introduction crazy good. Make it so your audience is excited to hear you speak before you even take the stage. And how do you do that? How you do that is by crafting an introduction that is audience focused. So let me give you an example of what I'm talking about, and then I'll tell you how to break this down so you can craft your own. Here's one of my standard introductions, and this is the one I handed this leader on Monday. If you'd like to command attention and own the room every time you speak, then fasten your seatbelts, put down your phones, and be ready to learn. Our presenter, Deirdre Van Nest, is a top-rated international keynoter, trainer, and creator of the Crazy Good Talks blueprint, a system that has taught thousands of financial professionals how to cut through the noise, bring in business faster, and impact more lives using the power of public speaking. Deirdre is an Italian-Irish New Yorker living in Minneapolis, where she tries hard not to scare people with her loud voice and enthusiastic hand gestures. Her number one goal for being here today is to empower you to make a massive impact on your audience when you speak. Please welcome Deirdre. Okay. So what was different about this introduction from the standard bio? There's 4 pieces to this. First, the first line or two should be totally audience focused. It should get the audience excited to hear what they are going to get the presentation. Notice how it wasn't about me at all. The second set of lines are about you. They're your credentials, but only 2 or 3, maybe 4 at most relevant credentials to boost your credibility and show, yep, I belong here. But notice how even within that, I still showed them how my credentials are relevant to helping them get desired outcomes. The third piece is add a fun fact about yourself. So I added that I'm an Italian-Irish New Yorker living in Minneapolis, blah, blah, blah. And then the fourth, tell them what your number one goal is. And your number one goal should always be to empower them to do something, to learn a skill. If you use that 4-piece strategy, if you will, formula to craft your introduction, I guarantee you will stand out from the crowd and you will get people excited to hear you speak even before you take the stage. Now, as a bonus, because you took the time to watch this video, I created a module. It's about a 20-minute audio with some worksheets and templates and examples to help you write your crazy good introduction. I usually reserve this for my private clients, but if you would like that bonus material, I would love to gift it to you. So the way to get that is to email my operations director, Lillian. So it's Lillian at crazygoodtalks.com. And then in the subject line, put CGTV, which is Crazy Good Talks, CGT TV, okay? CGT TV, Crazy Good Talks TV, and then put the dash, send me the introduction module, okay? Send that to her. We'd be happy to send this off to you, and you will not only be a crazy good speaker, but you'll have a crazy good introduction. So with that, be blessed, make it a crazy good day.